It's amazing that now we've built this technology on top of with using generative AI and built it on top of a model with all of that data that you talked about. For those listening that don't know as much about generative AI, it is a type of artificial intelligence that has been designed to create new content. That's different than in the past when you program to get a specific result. You want it to give you exactly what you ask it for. In this case, generative AI is been built to sit on top of data, large amounts of data, just like we were saying, but be able to analyze that data to understand the data and its patterns to be able to create new content. This is often used for images as well as for text, and it's able to bring this data to life in a very easy way for people to understand because it's built to create and mimic human-like responses, which is really fascinating. And that's what I love so much about the Pet Health Zone is, like you said, if you're not a veterinarian, you don't know a lot about, animals, maybe it's your first pet you have, this gives you so much information that is easy to understand, but it's because it's coming out in a human-like mimicked form. So that's what I love about it. We've used it, again, to do with the Pet Health Zone. Nationwide is very invested in general in AI. We have been for years, but then now we're really leaning into the generative AI to be able to do this. And the Pet Health Zone is our best example of a real live working opportunity to see what we can do with generative AI. So can you talk a little bit more about how Nationwide, how this is really helping as we move forward with generative AI and how we can help more pet owners with their pets?
Absolutely. It might be helpful to talk a little bit more about how we used it in general. The Pet Health Zone invites pet families to learn about the health conditions their pet is at highest risk for by combining our pet health data, which was analyzed by our pet health team, with actionable information that generative AI, in this case, ChatGPT, helped us to build. We put together 80 species-specific health conditions with bite-sized information on symptoms to watch for. Things like what's going to happen at the vet, and even preventative measures that we as pet families can take at home for those conditions. This is where, if we didn't have generative AI helping us to start with a peer-reviewed medical resource to build out trusted content, then layer in the ability to say we need certain word counts and we want to make sure that it's at a reading level that is accessible to pet families everywhere. It helped us create a first draft and save hundreds of hours, over 350 hours of specialized employee time were saved by leveraging this. We also know it's so important, especially for such specific content, medicalized content, to not only have a human in the loop, but to have a subject matter expert in the loop. So we had all of that content reviewed by between 2 and 4 different veterinarians after it was put together.
That is fantastic. And I love how you explain that, with generative AI, having a human in the loop for Nationwide is really important still. We don't want to put kind of full faith in the fact that this technology is going to give us exactly the right answer every time, but it is an amazing thought starter for us, and it can really get those first drafts in all different types of opportunities. And this is just a great example of that.